I claim to be essentialist. I claim to be essentialist. Um, I prefer that terminology as it relates to I only pursue things that are essential. Now, there are plenty of exceptions in my life, but the rule is that in most cases, I will only buy things, only do things, only spend time with people that I deem essential. Um, and it simplifies your life very quickly. Almost everything you see in this shot is sold already. The TV behind me, I'm just waiting for somebody to pick it up. I'm keeping the lamp. The lamp is one of my favorite pickups ever from Amazon. The clock, sorry, it's on Facebook Market. The picture behind me is on Facebook Market. There's pretty much nothing else in the house. I've sold every other picture in the house, all the furniture. I don't really own much. This place comes fully furnished. So the point being is that I feel at peace that I don't have a lot of stuff, especially when you're in transition. I mentioned how I'm making plans to move to the guard and things like that. You will notice how much order your life is in when you enter transition. And it's not that you should have nothing or you should have the bare minimum. It's the fact that I enjoy not having clutter. Like you walk in some people's house or some people's cars and it's just stuff. Why do you have a storage unit? For what? If you open a closet and you haven't used anything in there for the last 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, last week, why do you really have it? I have 2 wet vacs in my trunk. 2 wet vacs. I don't need any of them. I had 4 cameras. I used 1. And then 1 for vlogging. I got the RX 100 Mark V here. This is my vlog camera. And then I got the Sony A6400. And I use that for live streaming. I don't need any other cameras. I don't do photography that much anymore. And if I do, I use it on my phone. It's just, you start realizing that you have too much stuff. And it's just, it's clouding your judgment. It's too much. I have too many candles. I left every candle in this house burning. I'm like, get rid of it. Get rid of it. I burn incense most of the time anyway. I'm burning it now. Get rid of the candles. Why do I have 10 candles? I need 1 of it. I have 2 laptops. I'm selling the iPad Pro. Like I don't use the iPad Pro. Why? I have 10 lenses. I don't use it. You start realizing I just got too much stuff. I've made so much money. It's ridiculous. Just selling stuff. You'd be surprised if you go through your house how many $200 items you have. You sell each one for $150. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, that's kind of like I don't want to call it a phase because it's not a phase. It's a decision. I apply the same thing to eating. I apply the same thing to people. I don't believe in having excess. And so the minimalist thing, obviously, it's kind of trendy, and a lot of people can get behind something that's just, the hippies are pursuing the following decision-making process. No, it's not that deep. It's just, yeah, you get to a point where you realize I don't want to travel around with 5,000 pounds of stuff. You realize I got to buy a U-Haul every time I move. And the realization came from this. I realized every time I go on vacation, I take a suitcase. A carry-on suitcase and a carry-on, which is just my live streaming gear. And I realized the last time I took leave was 12 days. The time before that was 25 days. Both times, I did not think about what pictures I had or owned. I didn't even stop to think, how's my wine rack doing? The only thing I had to address when I was on leave that was kind of inconvenient was where my caffeine was coming from. That was it. I sold my Keurig, I believe it was yesterday or the day before. Don't need it. I don't drink coffee that often. I drink more so the sugar-free packets and electrolytes. You just start realizing you have a lot of stuff just because your counter space is empty. I got too much stuff. We're just buying stuff to fill in space. These walls are so empty. I got to buy more stuff to fill in the space and then fill in more. And then, of course, I already ended this lease. This apartment, I'll be out this apartment by the end of the month. I don't need it. I spend almost no time here. Almost no time here to be paying this much in rent. And I realized, I'm like, on vacation, we don't ever think about this stuff. We take one carry-on and we just function somehow. We find a way to function. Obviously, we could use a kitchen. We could be making more meals than we're buying, eating out, all that. We're wasting money. But the fact remains that you don't need half the things that you currently own. If you open your closets and there's clothes in there that you've never worn, I have like 3 or 4 pairs of boots that I've never worn. I'm just waiting to find somebody around me that wears size 14 shoe. Good luck. Good luck finding that. That's the reality of what a lot of Americans, a lot of people that honestly, if you're watching this, you're rich. If you're watching this stream right now, you're rich. A lot of people don't realize that. You have internet, you have a computer in your pocket. You have the option to probably watch it on TV or a tablet. You probably got two phones. One is probably the one you just upgraded from. We don't realize how quickly we just kind of accumulate stuff. I'm like, anytime I buy something new, I'm going to get rid of the last thing that was sitting in this place. Anyway, that's my little spill on my current life processes and what I'm kind of going through. It kind of clears your head. It feels good. Sometimes solving your problems with less is the solution. I noticed when I first got to Alaska, when I first got here, I was just shopping on Amazon. I was just buying something new just because I enjoyed seeing Amazon boxes. I'm like, why do I have a tool set when I bought it 2 years ago to fix a bed problem? Why do I still have this tool set? I buy things brand new for the most case. Like, why do I have this new? You start noticing I have too much stuff. It's not serving me right now. Sell it. Get rid of it. I'm not saying give things away. I'm not the one pulling the trigger on just giving stuff away. I'll sell things and make sure I get a return on investment at least. But you start realizing, yeah, too much stuff.